دیدم صنمی سرفدی رو جمالی.
Durud, Namaste, Salam Alaikum. This is the third and last part of Chris Watts' story, and the Chris Watts case, actually hideous crime, and this is going to be the emotional part. People who have like PTSD about child abuse, please do not watch. Violence against children, please do not watch. I give full advice that if you have a weak heart or any trauma about childhood or any trauma about pregnant women, do not watch this part, skip it. We will see you in other videos. And now let's start. After Chris tells his father that he has killed Shanann, the father says why, and he says that she killed Bella and Sissy and I killed her. And the father is like, what? And the father says, you have to tell the police, and you cannot run away from something like this.
He tells the father that she has killed the children.
Yeah, that is the idea that police officer gives him.
Gives who?
Gives Chris.
Right.
That did she? So I
so she's building that up in his head.
I don't want to use the V word.
Right.
So that's why I didn't say. So basically she says, did she hurt the children, and in response you hurt her. So that is a tactic to make him at least confess to half of the crime.
Right.
So you can charge him, and then he himself will reach a point that will tell the truth.
That's how they train the FBI agents to basically build a story into the head, which the assailant might think is working in his favor, but at the end they'll get him for it.
Like if somebody is interested in this case, which many people are, you can go and see actually this interrogation, and many people get very mad at the FBI agent that why is she so sympathetic towards him. She is not sympathetic towards him. That's a tactic. He needs to feel comfortable to say what he's done. If you shout at somebody, they're going to get defensive. But if you act like I'm your friend, I understand. She did something.
They've been trained in that way.
Yeah, exactly. She did something. You did something in return. So that's the story she gives him, and he tells his father.
Mm-hmm.
And then the father says, you have to tell the police. So the police comes inside, and he tells this story to the police, and the woman says, just tell me where we can find them. Our drones are there, and our drones are over your oil field, the section you are the technician. And he says that Shanann is there in a shallow grave, and I have put Bella and Sissy in the oil tanks, each one in one oil tank.
Oh my God.
And they go there. Obviously it's late night. They retrieve Shanann, but they have to wait till the next day and empty the oil from the tank so they can bring out the children. And actually the entrance of the tanks are only 8 inches wide.
8 inches?
So one of the tanks has blonde hair stuck to it. And
oh my God.
Chris says himself that when Sissy went in easily, but when I wanted to put Bella in, I had to push her inside. So they retrieve the children and they do the autopsy, and it turns out that Shanann has been strangled and Bella and Sissy have been smothered. Basically something has been put over their face so they're suffering. And Sissy had done nothing, but Bella has actually fight for her life. She had bruises and she had bite marks inside her mouth, which shows that she's been struggling and trying to free herself. So Chris's first story is that I told Shanann that I want a divorce, and then she got very mad and she left and went to the children's room, went to Bella's room, and I saw from the baby monitor that she is smothering the babies. And when I reached, they were already blue, and I got very angry and I strangled her. This was the first story.
This is the story he gave before going to the...
Before going. But he was anyway charged with 3 first-degree murders, and he was obviously sent to jail waiting for the trial. And meanwhile, his beautiful mother, lovely mother, was sure that he has not hurt the children, he is not capable of that, he has only killed Shanann, and he has to stand trial and defend himself. Woman, if he had only killed Shanann also, he will get a life sentence.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So while they search his phone also, they find a calculator app, which is a basically a face app. Like under this, when you enter a code, the app opens and it was full of pictures of Nicole with a bikini and all of this stuff.
The mistress.
So basically it was a very dirty nonsense thing which ended up in death of 3-4 innocent people. Hi Baba, you woke up? Want to see here? Hi. So he was charged with 3 and he didn't change his story. But prosecutors entered a plea deal because they believed that the details are so gruesome that if it goes to a public basically
hearing,
it's going to hurt lots of people.
Yeah,
which is true.
Absolutely.
So they gave him a plea deal that death sentence is off the table, because Colorado does have death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It's off the table as long as you plead guilty. And he pleaded guilty and he went to prison.
He pleaded guilty for all 3?
All 3, and he went to prison. Now let's talk about the stories Chris said later about the actual thing that happened. He has said many versions of the story. First of all, he was one of those very beloved prisoners that would get daily letters from women, including their pictures in bikinis or lingerie or fully naked, and telling him that you are innocent or I can fix you. And
why was this though? Because
they would find him attractive. Ted Bundy had.
Right.
Jeffrey Dahmer had. Night Stalker had.
And he was anyway actually, like you said, he recreated his body and became athletic and all of that.
All because of Shanann.
Because of Shanann.
How? And he actually later told the detectives he liked Nicole so much because Nicole was the one who approached him.
Right. Oh, which is okay. So when it was Shanann, he was the one who was after her.
Yeah.
He Facebooked her, she never replied, and he chased her.
Yeah. But Nicole actually is a weirdo. Nicole has searched Chris Watts in August 2017, 1 year before the murder of the children,
Right.
10 months before she dated him, and she was in the company only for 4 months. So like she has known the dude and she has been stalking him.
Right.
And she had searched Shanann Watts in January of 2018. So when she was saying, I didn't know Shanann was pregnant, she was lying. She was checking Shannon's page. When she said, I thought they are separating, she was lying, because for the Father's Day, Shanann put a very long story telling Chris that we all love you and all of that. So Nicole was this kind of people, and she was part of a group, let's say, not a cult, that they had a sex attraction method.
Which is what?
I don't know. And in the day, like on the day that Chris was arrested and the murders happened, like it was all the same day, Nicole's phone 6 o'clock in the morning pings on a tower close to Chris's house. Then all day she doesn't make any phone call. Like around 5 o'clock she calls her a spiritual counselor, which is a 73-year-old man who gives this kind of advices. So I think she has had a very good, like maybe she was very good in bed. That was the only reason that Chris, or maybe because later means much later, Chris called Nicole a Jezebel. You know what's a Jezebel?
Yeah.
So, like, God knows. Nicole is a very complicated thing, and Nicole can be a video on her own. If you want to see that, please tell me. I will make a video on Nicole. I would love it a lot. But let's see the actual story which makes the most sense out of millions of stories that...
Okay, but one sec, I only want to know one thing. Please tell me she was convicted as well.
No.
Not as an accomplice in any way.
No.
After those text messages that were, or WhatsApps or whatever,
She never told him do anything. She never even gave him
it was just a search history.
ultimatum. No, she is just there. Like at the night of the, between the 13 to 14, he is at home. He gets arrested on 14. No,
Right.
not arrested. He is called inside for a
Questioning.
interview
Yeah.
on 14. On the night of 14, midnight, 1 o'clock, he is on call with Nicole. Keep calling her and hanging up, talking for 3 minutes, hang up after 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It's like they are talking about doing what, you know?
Right.
Do
So
this,
she
do
knew.
this. She said, I didn't know, and they couldn't say that she did. There was no evidence.
But that has to be some way of being an accomplice.
That is the reason that the case of Chris Watts is still alive. 1 year ago, so before we only had audios of Nicole's interrogation, interviews. 1 year ago the videos came, and her body language and all, it went under, lots of videos came out about her. That's why I say Nicole can be a
Case altogether.
herself, but she never was convicted or anything. And at the beginning, they say that she has changed her name, and even at the beginning she left the country, and now they say she's back. She never got convicted of anything.
Wow.
I'm telling you, her phone pinged there, but they couldn't. She could easily say it was a glitch.
That's what I mean, that the laws are so strange. I mean, it's so obvious, and yet you cannot do anything about it. I mean, with that kind of search history, and with the kind of things that you're saying, that I mean, he was committing the murders, and her phone was ringing at a simultaneous time or a little while after that, it's kind of obvious that you know you're an accomplice to it. If you're basically not telling the police what you know, you
But
should
they
be
can-
charged as an accomplice.
Yeah, but they cannot, like what they say, they cannot prove it beyond the reasonable doubt.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
They cannot even arrest her.
Yeah.
So she tried. Another search history she had was that Amber Fry's book deal, Amber Fry's net worth, and did people hate Amber Fry?
The other one you were talking about,
The
which
one,
you said.
which I said she was a legit. She actually
Wow.
didn't know. So forget her. Let's hear what was the actual story, which makes sense. Not, it doesn't make sense still, but Chris in the letters which he sent one woman, a writer woman who would come and visit him also, he wrote down that I told Shanann that I want to divorce, or I went to Bella and Sissy's rooms and I smothered them, and then I went into our room. I went inside our bed. I went and sat on top of Shanann and I told her I want to divorce. And she said I don't want, and I strangled her, and she had lupus, so she couldn't fight back.
Right.
So he basically looked at her dying in the eye.
And he's admitted this.
And he said, listen, this story is very, like, it's... And he said, while I was doing that, Bella came to the room and said, Papa, Daddy, what are you doing to Mommy? So he was not successful in killing the children first.
Because he said he smothered them
He
first.
tried, but and he was very shocked that they are alive.
Right.
So then he tells Bella and Sissy, Mommy is not feeling good. He puts a plastic bag over Shannon's head, wraps her inside the bed sheet, a plastic bag on her feet, puts her at the back of his pickup truck, puts the children at the back seat. He sits on the driveway, and he goes to his oil field. He buries Shanann in a shallow grave. Then he goes inside the car and...
Please do not tell me that he has put his children alive in that.
No, his mother Sissy in front of Bella. And then takes Sissy, goes, drops her, and imagine he has to go like around 50 ladder steps up.
Right, you have to climb those things.
Drops Sissy inside, comes back to Bella, and Bella asks him, Daddy, are you going to do what you did to Sissy to me? And he does that. And he says the last thing Bella said was, Daddy, no.
Oh my God.
And the little girl fought for her life, but she lost it, and she was the one who he pushed inside. So this is
what he wrote to some journalist, you said, or
a woman who wanted to take out a book deal, and the name of the book is Letters of Christopher, but it's rated 1 star. Like she was not a writer. She just tried to make a deal out of it, and she couldn't.
But those letters are proven. Is it legit?
Yeah, he has written it. He has told this story to many people. But nowadays, like he just changes it. Like, but he has taken out the part that Shanann was in fault. The only person who still thinks Shanann was in fault is his mother.
Oh my God.
And she still says, no, she was not in fault. He was not in fault. Shanann was in fault. Otherwise, why he should tell his father that Shanann did it? Obviously, she says that. He says that.
Yeah.
What do you expect, woman? Like, if you watch Chris Watts' mother's interview, you might want to hang yourself or kill the woman. That's the feeling you get. And obviously Chris is not loved in the prison. You know that people
That's
who have
what I wanted to ask you. I
people
mean,
who have committed crime against children are very at the bottom of, as we said, bottom of the hierarchy, and they hate him. But he has made 1-2 friends because he has become super religious. Cliche of people who go to the prison.
yeah.
Most of them, 95%, they become super religious people, and they blame the devil and women like Jezebel, which is the woman who manipulates them for their sins because they cannot live with themselves.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has said that when I was killing my children and my pregnant wife, I was so in love with Nicole that I didn't even feel remorse till months later. And one other thing is that he first tried to make Shanann have a miscarriage, so that irregularity in Nico's heartbeat was because he was giving Shanann, he was sliding oxytocin into Shannon's drinks and food, so she has a miscarriage.
So the heartbeat problem was that?
Because he wanted Nicole to have his son. Yeah, she was about to have a miscarriage.
And the heartbeat issue was because he was slipping stuff into her thing. And he wanted the mistress who he knew for a couple of months to have a child.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was also looking for dresses, but I don't know, it's a very, very dark story. I don't understand, but people are still so engaged with this story because look at it. What is the group that Nicole is a part of?
Yeah.
She has done something like a magic on Christopher.
Yeah, because the time frame is so short.
Dude is such a passive person who is just
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he becomes
Because the first couple of years that you are speaking of it, when he agreed to shift out because obviously the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law had a problem or whatever. I mean, as much as I have heard of the story, he wasn't a bad guy then, right?
They were the type of couple that people would say, I wish we become like them.
Exactly.
The problems started in May 2018. And by August, the children and
has to be something to do with this woman.
And that woman, that Nicole, she had gone even to the hospital that Shanann used to work. I told you she used to work in a. She also had found a constructive job on that hospital. She has been obsessed with this family. I really want that to come out. I'm very, very. So this is the story which made true crime basically famous and much more under
And
attention.
I totally understand why you're saying that, because you keep mentioning this word about how somebody who's very interested in true crime, you keep mentioning the word deep dive.
Yeah.
Right? I would love to deep dive into Nicole's story, because there has to be when you say there's an earthquake, there's an epicenter. I feel the epicenter is this woman, Nicole. There is no other way.
That is the thing. Right now, we had finished the story till the minute.
Right.
One more thing that I want to say is that woman who wrote the book said whenever Christopher would talk about the murders, his eyes would become fully black.
Black.
Fully black means the white part also.
Okay.
So it's a very this case. It's just still baffling me. If you want to forget about the paranormal stuff, just Bella had sang a song that my daddy is my hero, helps me to take out my hair from my face, he helps me to tie my shoes, and like 4 months later the hero kills her.
4 months later there was hair in the oil tank.
Under like
Exactly what I mean. That's, oh my god.
like that hero, like I'm not saying obviously he is a sociopath.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is
There's no
obviously-
taking anything away from the fact that he was a sociopath,
Yeah,
and
because obviously
it's
nobody-
terrible whatever he did. So okay, so what is? Let's cut to 2025. What, he's in jail,
Yeah.
serving a life sentence.
Yeah, he had one of his jail mates to write a religious book, but then he came out like from then. His name is not on the book, but some of his letters are there. There are his letters to God. He's become fully like very religious,
And so
when
he's
he is
just
not-
serving life in prison.
yeah.
And what about? There's no case against Nicole.
No,
Nothing.
no, nobody even knows where is Nicole. She changed her name.
Wow.
And Christopher still gets the letters, so he is either being very religious or being very happy with the bikini and lingerie and naked photos that he gets. So
Sad man.
yeah, sad is for 1 minute. So yeah, please tell us if you like this format or you preferred me to do it in a 1.5 hours video, a deep dive, because I'm a true crime lover and I keep remembering that right now I can continue another 15 minutes for you. So if you like, engage, please like, share, subscribe, and I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm going to be much more committed to this channel. Thank you for watching, and namaste, Khuda.
And if we have any international audience as of now, a very happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween and goodbye.